like to give you sort of a sub-tactic on that last staying in touch thing. Maybe really should have had this as a fifth item, probably should have. This was a big one for me when I was in business, for my repeat business, and it worked extremely well. Before I tell you about this, I want to tell you how well it worked. When I did it, it was 70% effective rescheduling or scheduling the people that I wanted to schedule, okay? And I'm pretty sure most of the 30%, they just didn't want the service right now. You know, they were okay with me. I don't think there's anything wrong with the system. It's just trying to schedule a customer that wasn't ready to be scheduled, all right? And eventually I got so busy I couldn't do it myself anymore. And so I had an employee doing it. And guess what? Employees can't do what you can do as well as you can on some things anyway. Hope you get, may all of your employees be able to do what they do better than you could do it. That's the way to success. But my employee that I had doing this, I remember, nice young woman, and she was 50% effective. And she's pretty methodical. I mean, I'm just telling you, no personality involved in it really, but she was 50% effective. So here's the tactic. Say you have, if you have some service that's a weekly service or a monthly service, this isn't going to be, but if you have what's, an annual or, every 2 years, but it might be every 6 months you could use this, but lots of things are done annually. But that's the kind of idea we're talking about. You be the judge. Here's what you do. You send them a postcard in advance. And the postcard says, basically, I'm going to call you up. And it's kind of non-threatening. My postcard used to say, hi, it's that time again. It's time for you to schedule a time for me to come out and take a look and see if your chimney needs cleaning. Okay, so I worded it out kind of like that so that it would be like, I'm not coming to service you if you don't need to be serviced. We're not coming to clean your chimney. We're coming to take a look and see if it needs it. That sort of thing. Whatever your business is, you could do sort of the same thing. But the point is, I sent them a card telling them that they were going to get a call. Now, in those days, people answered the telephones, okay? We had our telephones on the wall, and but you have a telephone number, and people are, if with the caller ID, I mean, maybe you need to tell them, watch for these numbers on your caller ID. When the call comes through, you'll know it's me. Now, people either want to talk to you or they don't, but, I don't answer calls that I don't recognize. So that's kind of how it is today. You want to stay a little ahead of that. But, I mean, if they don't answer, the voicemail is going to be there. And you're going to get a contact with them. The postcard will have been a contact, a polite contact without pressure. And they will have made a decision about whether they want to have that done or not. The people want to or they don't. You can't make them. And you only want to talk to the people that want it done. So what you're going to do is say, I'll call you up and see if you'd like to make an appointment. That kind of a thing. And then you do. After an appropriate length of time, a couple of days after you think they've got the card, you're on the telephone asking, would you like to make an appointment for whatever? You can do this. And as I said, it was 70% effective for me and 50% effective for an employee. And I have heard similar numbers from other people. So I know that this tactic works, and I believe it's still working today for quite a few people. It'll work for you. Alrighty? Hey friends, I hope this was useful to you. Would you do something for me? Would you please share this with anybody you know that ought to hear it too? And then, would you please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, right? That's kind of important on these things. Feel free to leave comments. All right, thanks a lot. And now get out there and do some winning.